Amanita Practical Guide. Hey Seekers, if you're new here, I'm Marlucia and I teach the science behind Amanita, specifically Muscaria, Regalis, and Pantherina, the three varieties I work with and deeply trust. Quick disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only. I'm not here to treat, diagnose, or prescribe anything. And due to YouTube guidelines and FDA regulations, nothing shared here should be taken as medical advice. The goal is to simplify this path so you feel informed enough to work with Amanita on your own, not rely on someone else to tell you what to feel or how to heal. Let's get into it. Amanita Practical Guide. If you're new here, welcome. This is your how to use Amanita practical guide, and I'll keep it as simple as possible. When I think of Amanita, I like to smile and say, I'm Anita, because that's what this mushroom points to. I'm gonna need a calmer mind. Or if you're like my husband, I'm gonna need a better night's sleep. If you've been on the healing journey for a while, but are still seeking, you could say, I'm gonna need a reset. What Amanita does. Amanita is not about tripping or escaping. It's a biochemical tool that works on your central nervous system. It quiets the mind. It helps the body release built up tension. It shifts scattered energy into steadier rhythms. It supports balance when hormones or neurotransmitters are out of sync. In plain words, Amanita helps you become more aware of yourself and how your body is really doing. Clearing up the fear, Amanita is not psilocybin. They are completely different mushrooms. Psilocybin affects serotonin and is known for psychedelic visuals. Amanita acts on the GABA system, the part of the brain and body responsible for calm, sleep, and regulation. So instead of a psychedelic trip, Amanita feels more like a nervous system reset. Body tension lowers, the mind softens, and balance starts to return. How to work with Amanita. Choose your strength. Muscaria, gentle. Regalis, balanced. Pantherina, strong. Start where you are. Lighter first if you're unsure. Pay attention. Notice how your body and mood shift over time. Hold gratitude for the awareness it gives and for your body as a vessel capable of change. Here are some practical tips on how to use Amanita. Amanita isn't magic and it isn't a myth. It's a biochemical tool that helps calm the nervous system, restore balance, and bring you back to yourself. So next time you hear the word Amanita, think, I'm Anita. Balance, calm, and a new level of awareness. We've talked about some of the science and the practical theory behind working with Amanita. But along the journey, I've also found that the right tools can make everything smoother, safer, and more consistent. Here are a few that I personally use and recommend when preparing Amanita. I like to keep things simple and consistent. A compact digital gram scale is essential so you're never guessing. And it's a great cooking tool. I use pure food grade citric acid to adjust the pH during preparation. My son thinks it's a yummy additive in bubbly water. For portioning, freezer-safe silicone trays are invaluable for keeping servings consistent. So many uses for this. Either method works fine. What matters most is consistency. I usually pour my prepared Amanita into a glass mason jar and refrigerate it. Then pour directly from the jar into my measuring cup. I keep it in the fridge and use them within the week. To stay consistent, I always measure with the same stainless steel cup, so I'm not guessing each time. For trays, these 1.7 ounce Fergie leak-proof silicone trays are a great choice, and these slightly larger silicone freezer trays work just as well. It just depends on what size you prefer. Another simple tool I found helpful are food-grade desiccant packs. They help keep things dry and fresh if you're storing Amanita in jars or containers. A small pack goes a long way in preventing moisture from creeping in. I also keep a journal nearby to track timing, dosage, and reflections. These aren't complicated or expensive tools, but they've been invaluable for making the process not only reliable, but repeatable. These are affiliate links, so yes, I might make around 90 cents if you order through them. Nothing crazy. I share them so you don't have to scroll forever searching. If you already have something at home that works, that's great too. Use what you've got.